Hey guys, this is Walter Requiem and welcome back to System Shock 2. Well, so remember how I said that I wanted to do more than just System Shock 2, I want to do all the fan missions? Today, we're going to be starting out with Ponterbee Station, probably the most well-known and in my opinion the best fan mission for System Shock 2. Made by the wonderful Christine. We're going to go ahead and see what exactly Ponterbee Station has in mind for continuing such a legendary game and why I personally feel, spoiler alert, that Ponterbee Station is almost just as good, if not better in some areas, as the regular System Shock 2.
Tommy, what's the matter, lover? Don't you like my new look?
12 years later. The escape pod reaches Ponterbee Station, a research station of Trioptimum. Both survivors are rescued. The Von Braun and the UNN Rickenbacker are still missing. Yeah, so let's see. Right here. Oh man. I was plastered last night. That was the weirdest dream. I just dreamed of a gray cutscene. Oh man. Yeah, I'm laying off the Smirnoff from now on, man. That's just not good. Huh. Oh. Something from Betty. I wonder what Betty had to say about this.
I cannot believe you joined the UNN. Congratulations, darling. You're a minion. And what's more, you get to be paid less than a lab monkey
to
spend your time running all over the galaxy at the whim of whatever 15-year-old they made general this week. And if you're really lucky, you get to die for him too. You really are a crack-brained idiot, you know that? My father went to great lengths to get you that position at Trioptimum. It was the perfect job. Heaven forbid you should become a responsible adult and maybe even have a few nanites in your pocket for once. Well, fine.
You know what?
You go have fun playing Soldier. But if you think for 1 second I'll be here waiting for your pathetic ass to come back, you've got another thing coming.
Alright, you know what? Bitch, fine. I was gonna break up with you anyway. Holy shit. Oh, well. I don't know. I guess I'll get myself something to eat. I don't know. I'm thinking kind of Arby's right now. Arby's could be good.
Oh. Congratulations on completing
Oh shit, it's the commander.
I hope you didn't celebrate too much last night though, because I already have your first assignment. Report to the UNN Recruitment Center immediately.
Oh fuck, man, I completely forgot. Today's my briefing. Oh my god. Shit, I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, fuck. Fuck, I need to get going. I can't really be around here too long. Oh my god. It's my first day in the fucking military and I'm gonna get court-martialed, man. Oh. Oh man. Well, real talk for a moment? Yeah, this is how Ponterbee Station begins. We get to have a nice little walk around of... Let me see. It looks like a really actual nice town. This is one of the things I love most about Ponterbee Station. This little area has a lot of little stuff going around for it. Honestly, as someone who's experimented with shockhead / drumhead in the past, this is a really well done little level right here. Especially compared to the street level recruitment facility in the original Shock 2. Seeing a more fully realized town is just really sweet to me. I mean, there's even there's people here, there's cars. As you can see, the models for these people actually are a little different from the ones we found in regular Shock 2. As far as I can tell, Christine made these models herself. Up close, they kind of look a little awkward, they look a little dead inside. But at the same time, right, I just love this little part of the game. It's really quaint. It's really cool. Honestly, it's kind of funny that we have our MFD active. So sometimes I actually like to boot up Ponterbee Station just to mess around with weapons and such. And actually, fun fact, if you touch these cars, you die instantly. So let's try not to do that, and maybe we can get a bite to eat.
Hi there. Please
Yeah,
make your
we can straight up buy
selection.
stuff here, and you know what? I'm feeling like a kielbasa right now.
Choosing value wrap.
I don't like that one bit.
Hi there.
I mean,
Please make
I don't
your
particularly
selection.
like candy red sausage either. That must be one of those smoked sausage, and now I have a little bit of floor seasoning on it, so that's just the way I like it. And we don't even know what it's called. It's called a sausage. So we're kind of messing around here, but we should probably make our way to the recruitment facility and just do that before it gets too late. I don't know. I feel like getting a magazine, man.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Fun fact, the particular version of Ponterbee I'm playing is actually the newest version of Ponterbee Station that Christine released a couple of months ago, I believe, at the beginning of this year. Ponterbee Station, which was a fan mission that is like, I think it was released in 2005 originally. Also, fun fact, it's a mod, so we have copyrighted shit in the mod. Ice Age. So even far into the fucking future, they're still milking the Ice Age franchise. I don't know how I feel about that. God damn it. Anyway, Christine actually updated the Ponterbee Station with a lot of additions for the New Dark engine, as well as just some fun little stuff like this. I just really love the amount of work that this wonderful modder just puts into her fan missions. It's wonderful. And she also has a good taste in movies. I mean, up here we have a lot of Schwarzenegger movies. We have The Sixth Sense, when we have, you know, obviously Terminator 2. I just love this fan mission, man. Like, System Shock 2, I think, is still obviously my favorite way to play System Shock 2. But I've gotten to the point where I can't play System Shock 2 anymore without immediately doing Ponterbee afterwards. I actually just literally recorded, by the time you guys are watching this, the day that I actually recorded this, and recording this, is not even 5 minutes after I beat Shodan in the regular SS2 playthrough. I wanted to get through Ponterbee that much. A long time ago, my friend on YouTube, Fyron K. Kufi, he did a Let's Play of it. That's how I figured it out, what Ponterbee Station was. And ever since then, it's probably been one of my favorite System Shock 2 experiences out there. So, being able to come here and play it on my own channel is just fantastic. I beat my old System Shock 2 playthrough, but I never did finish my Ponterbee Station Let's Play. So being able to actually play through it on my new channel and finish it this time is going to be something I'm really hopeful about. And additionally, Ponterbee is actually part 1 of a trilogy of fan missions. Actually a quadrilogy. There's a fun little bonus mission that I think I'll be doing. But that just goes to show I have a lot of plans for the System Shock 2 series, so I'm going to take one last look at the nice skyline. That seems like the kind of weather I like, you know, kind of cloudy, kind of nice at the same time, and we're going to go ahead and sell our souls to the UNN.
We have been accepting you, Soldier. Your equipment has been prepared and is waiting for you in the upgrade room. Use the trainers to upgrade your skills. Once you've done, we command on board in the conference room.
Right. So, we are going to go ahead and actually get our upgrade units. Rather than going to a bunch of, like, training stations like in the original System Shock 2, Ponterbee takes a different approach. We just get a fucking pile of cyber modules and we can spend them however we like. So, right off the bat, unfortunately, compared to our last playthrough, exotic weapons are not a thing in any of Christine's fan missions, so I'm not going to be using exotic weapons this playthrough. Instead, I'm going to be focusing on just a standard weapons playthrough, because I love the tactical models and I really wanted to demo them last playthrough, although I still will be picking up a level of energy for the express purpose of using our laser pistol. I'll get a level of hack, and I have just enough points to get a level of strength. So we are starting this game with only, we actually have one level of each stat. We have 1 hack, 2 strength, 1 standard, and 1 energy. And that is how we are going to play Ponterbee Station. Let's go ahead and do some searching around. There's all sorts of little fun, you know, Easter eggs we can find in this particular part of the game. Honestly, Ponterbee Station is just really well done, and especially for something that's fan-made, I don't really have high enough praise to give it. Aside from the fact that everybody kind of looks a little dead inside, or dopey. So let's go ahead and do some searching around, see if we can find anything else. I don't think Christine actually started hiding actual useful objects in the beginning parts of the fan missions until like the UNN Nightwalker or UNN Polaris, which are the other 2 fan missions. But for now, I guess we can just see what our commander has to say. To Soldier X-T269T2, you're transferred to the UNN garrison on the Troptimum Research Facility, Ponterbee Station, in orbit around the planet Jatida is effective immediately. Please take into consideration that Ponterbee Station is devoted to pure research and has been directed to explore and colonize the planet, so don't expect a lot of action or excitement. In other words, pack a bunch of good books. Commander Stephen Decker. This should be a fairly boring thing. Come in here to do a fucking baby. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Excuse me? Jeez. I just got out of there.
To my space station, insect.
Hey.
I hope you had a comfortable flight. I don't know who you are or why you are here.
I don't know who you are,
That's
bitch.
Irrelevant, because in a few hours I will have cleansed this station of all humanoid contamination.
Oh, wow.
Have a nice day.
Man. Freaking hell. Just got off the freaking ship and now stuff is exploding, man. That sucks. At least there's a bloody wrench here. Remember Citadel. Oh. Oh man, what happened here? Man. Well, I guess there's no getting to the other shuttles. I guess the only way from here is up. Huh. Well, what's up here? Looks like we have an audio log to listen to and a keycard to the meta annex.
What on earth is wrong here? We're cut off from the other decks and access to the medical section is blocked. The elevator will take me to deck 2, but all the doors are locked there. I'm going to try to reach the medical section via the maintenance tunnel. We need medical supplies badly. If only I knew what had happened. As the computer started acting up, and then...
Right. So one of the things that I think makes Ponterbee so great is it not only has its own audio logs, but it has its own dedicated group of voice actors. So much work went into this fan mission, and so the audio logs in this game, in this particular mod, are also like great, just like the original System Shock 2. Obviously they're a little amateurish because, you know, of course this is a fan-made mod. But at the same time, I have a very hard time faulting what does exist in this mod, just because it's otherwise just so well done. And right off the bat, we're being attacked. And it's a good thing that we actually fought him off. Or else that would have been another moment where we had to reload from the start. So, yeah. It looks kind of familiar because it's basically the same format of the Von Braun, but kind of laid out a little differently. There's going to be a lot of similarities between System Shock 2 and Ponterbee, although the main difference between Ponterbee and System Shock, which I can like verify, is that Ponterbee just feels a lot more open typically than System Shock 2 does. And it kind of makes sense. The Von Braun was a singular, basically a luxury vessel flying through space. Ponterbee is a research facility, a research station, so quite frankly, of course it's going to be a little more open than the Von Braun. But of course, I think that helps Ponterbee a lot. It helps distinguish itself from System Shock 2. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling. So, we're just kind of walking around for a bit, trying to see what we can find about what happened here on Ponterbee. Why are these random zombie-looking guys walking around here? Hey, can I ask you a question? Yeah, fuck you. There's an elevator back there, but it seems like the security lockdown is activated. And we can't get to the cryogenic sector, so the only way that we can really go is either down, we can enter through the fence down there, or we can go down this hallway. Oh, well that bodes really well. Oh, hello. Now you're dead. Also, Ponterbee Station includes quite a lot of little quality of life improvements that I really appreciate. First of all, as you can see, the hybrid was kind enough to actually unload his shotgun before he picked up the shotgun. We don't have to pick them up anymore to unload them. They just automatically get added to our inventory. Second, and I'm trying to find a snack to demonstrate it with, but snacks are now stackable. Instead of taking up a single inventory slot, you can now carry, say, like, 10 sodas in one slot of your inventory. So they're actually kind of worth carrying around now. And with that, it seems like we just picked up an audio log, so I want to go ahead and listen to it.
Until last week, Ponterbee Station was the most boring space station you can imagine. Nothing happened here, absolutely nothing. It was bored beyond belief. The most thrilling thing that had happened last year was a quarrel between the Anderson sisters from Operations Day. They both had a crush on the same man, and when they realized it, they lit into each other like furies. A few lacerations and bruises, and that was that. Then last week, when we received an emergency call from the Von Braun escape pod, for once something was happening, and everyone was abuzz with excitement. Finally, we would find out what had happened to the Von Braun.
Yeah, what did happen to the Von Braun?
Both occupants were injured and were taken to the medical section first.
The escape pod.
The woman mystified me. She seemed to be human, but at the same time strangely not. Somehow she infiltrated our computer system, and since that time she has tyrannized the station. She calls herself Shodan.
Oh no.
She only needed a week to kill nearly every one of us. What is she up to? Where are the lads from the UNN garrison, and how do we get out of here?
Oh, so it seems like Tommy and Rebecca made it. That's an oddly, strangely familiar looking corpse. Suarez, oh no.
I don't know how it happened, but if I only could have prevented it, somehow. Though it looked at first as if we had lucked out, Rebecca and I. We were the only ones who managed to escape from the Von Braun. But Rebecca changed more and more the longer our journey lasted. By the time we arrived, she was no longer herself. Now she is Shodan.
Right, so in this particular instance of the System Shock 2 universe, I said that like there's a multiverse theory going on, but according to the Ponterbee Station timeline, Tommy is dead, unfortunately. And it seems like Shodan has gotten complete control over Rebecca, regrettably. And as you can see, we're actually picking up quite a lot of goodies in the very first deck. We've already picked up a laser pistol and it's working. Anyway, seems like we have some audio logs. Let's keep listening to them.
Daniel, the elevator doors are blocked by an alarm interlock. Probably Shodan's doing. What is she up to? I only know of one possible way to cancel the interlock. Someone must insert override 230SYT into the system's monitoring unit in the research section. Override 230SYT in medical storage 1A. Do you know the access code? But how to get into the research section? The interlock not only gets us from the elevator, also from the research section. There must be another way.
Right, so already we're kind of seeing some similarities to the original System Shock 2. So right off the bat, oh my god! Oh, you dick! Oh, That gave me a fucking heart attack. Okay. So, yeah. Similarly to what we had to do on engineering and System Shock 2, we now have to find a override card and plug it in somewhere on this deck. You know what? And fuck you. So, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of deja vu going on here. Let's go ahead and get Sharpshooter. Ponterbee Station likes to hand out OS upgrades, and really cyber modules as a whole like hotcakes, so we don't have to wait too long. Let's go ahead and get Hack 2 and get into here. But yeah, so it seems like Mr. O'Neill is telling us we can find them in a certain position on this deck. So we will go ahead and try to do that. But it seems like we have a little bit more to explore. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not as familiar with the names of the audio log characters in Ponterbee Station except for the major ones. However, honestly, I still appreciate the sheer amount of work that went into it. Also, since now we can now carry snacks in multiple different like slots in inventory, it's probably worth carrying them around, especially if you're gonna get clapped by hybrids. Also, this is the one part of the game where I kind of feel pain, right? Because we're using this, as you can tell, we're using a green inventory mod, and if you played System Shock 2, you might know that's not typically what the inventory looks like. So, Christine went ahead and made the background black like it's normally supposed to be, and as a result now I have these horribly mismatched random like black splashes in my inventory, and I hate it, but I mean, it is what it be what it be. So we got the cryogenics access card, it seems, and now it also seems like we have an audio log we can listen to.
Okay, Jake, the access code for medical storage 1A is 49351. Perhaps we can get to the research section through one of the supply shafts. I bet there's an entrance there somewhere. If I only knew where. Damn, why can you never find a technician when you need one?
Right? So apparently in the far future, Jack is pronounced Jake. I wonder if Jake is pronounced Jack or vice versa. Well, yeah. I already feel like I'm being kind of boring when I'm commentating over Ponterbee here. It's weird because I wanted to do this fan mission justice, maybe even more than playing System Shock 2, because I have to admit, even though I'm glad I did my Let's Play System Shock 2, System Shock 2 Let's Plays are dime a dozen. It's stuff like Ponterbee that I don't think gets enough attention. It's the wonderful fan missions for this game that nobody really plays. There's some good ones out there, like my friend Fireon did one. There's people like Zeke Shadow and Enchantremon who have done Let's Plays, and there's DDR Kirby's Let's Play of Ponterbee. Oh, hello. Seems like we're in a new section of the level. But largely speaking, for the most part, Ponterbee gets kind of pushed to the wayside, and just fan missions as a whole. So my goal is I would like to put some spotlight on some of my more favorite fan missions. The ones I'm thinking of right off the bat are all of Christine's fan missions, so this one, the UNN Nightwalker, Polaris, the Fun fan mission, and then the Shocking Ruins fan mission, which she did. I'd like to do Return to the UNN by, I think, Blades 99. And then I wanted to do the most recent fan mission that was released to the System Shock 2 community, which would be System Shock Infinite. Not System... Well, eventually I'm going to do System Shock Infinite, but there's another one called Blind Disposition, which I think is actually quite interesting. There's some other ones, too, that I'd like to do, like maybe Prove. I'm kind of getting ahead myself. I just love this game to bits. And as we can tell already, I kind of hope you're noticing the difference in level design philosophy. Ponterbee is a lot more open and open-ended, and really that kind of goes for the entire game. I've seen some people want to describe System Shock 2 as a Metroidvania game, and I kind of disagree with that. It's just more of an immersive sim type game. But I would say Ponterbee is definitely in the spirit of being a Metroidvania game. There's a lot of different areas in this game that you can't really get access to unless you've done something ahead of time. So you have to... The game constantly rewards you for backtracking and trying out new things. which I appreciate. So let's just go ahead and get standard 2 so we may use our booms. Oh yeah, we need standard 3. So yeah. Going with standard weapons this time is going to let us take up a new avenue of combat, which we weren't able to last time due to us focusing on standard weapons, our energy and exotic weapons. So our pistol is actually going to be much stronger this game. In addition, we're going to be able to gain access to weapons like the shotgun, even though they're going to be slightly different from how they are in vanilla. No, you. So, yeah. We just have a little bit of a cryogenic section here, which we have the ability to now explore. Looks like he's not looking at us right now. We might be able to lose him over quick, but if not, we might have to get into combat with him. Which isn't that threatening either. I mean, he's slow. So this is very much like System Shock 2 proper, right? A lot of the same enemies, a lot of the same philosophy that goes into individual objectives in System Shock 2. This Ponterbee Station really does just kind of feel like a remix of System Shock 2, and I appreciate it for that. Also, we have access to beakers. Now, even though we can't use them for... Oh fuck, we are full. Even though we can't use them for their intended purpose... Right, so this is actually pretty bad.
Items dropped.
Oh god, oh god.
Items dropped.
Oh god, I'm fucking up here. This is butt fuckery. Oh, okay, he's dead. So now we have a bit of time just to explore. What I've been trying to get is this fucking recycler. So, yeah. In Christine's fan missions, the recycler is no longer a, what was I going to say? It's no longer a very specific, item you have to hack certain replicators for. It's just given to you at the very start of the game. It's one of those things that I think really helps Ponterbee stand out on its own, right? I've been saying that a lot. I guess I don't need a game pick, and I definitely don't need Psi-Hypos if we're not going to be using Psi at all. That's one of those things that I think makes Ponterbee an interesting experience, right? Christine seems like she just wanted to make System Shock 2 her way, and I appreciate that. Anyway, so we have some areas that we can explore this on this deck. Man, I'm sorry, I have the worst management record. Jesus, anyway. It feels like, yeah, this is the point in the game where I actually get kind of rambly. I do have to admit, I've played Ponterbee quite a bit, but I haven't played it quite as much as regular System Shock 2, so... I probably played through this mission more, maybe like 6 or 7 times from beginning, from start to finish, but it is that good, right? I just adore this fan mission to bits. Lately, and this is probably going to sound sacrilegious, but I think lately I've been preferring it to System Shock 2. As hard as that may be to believe. This fan mission just, to me, exemplifies a lot of what I think makes System Shock 2's like gameplay so good, and that, you know, choices matter and whatnot. Except here, you have a lot more freedom which how you can approach things, which we'll be finding out as soon as MedSci is really over. But for now, we have just we have a little swimming area actually, which was very rare in System Shock 2 up until the very, ending of the game, and now at the very start we have something we can swim around in. Pretty fun, except kind of jank. Anyway, I love the layout of this level. You know what, actually, before I continue on out over here, we should probably take a dip back into the water and check out that area I mentioned in the audio log that O'Neill left behind. Cryo storage 1, I believe. Let's check the notes. Yeah. Yeah, Ponterbee Station has a lot of stuff that you take for granted originally, but you realize a lot of fan missions don't have when you actually start playing them. It has notes, it has audio logs, it has voice-acted audio logs, it has its own little QL features, and the only thing it really doesn't have is a mini-map. So that's kind of funny. We didn't demo that at all, and I meant to in my System Shock 2 Let's Play. I just never really got around to it just because I'm so familiar with these levels that I don't really find it useful. Get popped. And there's some Jim Beam here. I could go for some Jim Beam right now, honestly. I don't get paid until next week, and I don't really have alcohol in the house until then, and honestly, one of my favorite things to do is just have a whiskey and play System Shock 2. I'm a whiskey guy very much, and we have some pizza that we can't pick up. At least this guy died eating decent food, right? Looks like there's some pepperoni, actually looks like there's a turd on there. Ugh. I just picked up a audio log, so I'm gonna go ahead and listen to it. It seems like we picked up the override we needed to find as well.
Daniel, I'm in storage 1A. I got the override. Now I only have to find a way to the research section. But suddenly... God, it's swarming these mutants here. Wish me luck.
Right, so... seems like we have quite a bit of different opportunities for us available. I love the level design, and I don't know, it's kind of quiet. The vibe is similar, but also different from System Shock 2. It's a lot more colorful, like, obviously. It's a lot brighter of an experience, I think. That's not necessarily, I guess, a good thing, but I do think it helps Ponterbee Station stay true to itself. Like I said, it may feel like System Shock 2 Remix at time, but it also feels like it's its own adventure. I'm quite fond of it. So it's going to be it before we can actually research that. So... I'm just gonna go ahead and do some inventory Tetris. Might be a bit before we go ahead and use heavy weapons, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the grenades here too. Right, so already we've cleared up some inventory space. Let us go ahead and actually get standard 3 so we can use our shotgun. And look at that beast. Yeah, so the shotgun is actually not a super amazing weapon normally. But I do believe Christine actually must have buffed the shotgun because I swear it feels stronger in Ponterbee. So it's actually a decent weapon to be using in this playthrough, which is good because now since shotgun hybrids actually no longer have their shotguns have to be unloaded, you can spend more time just using it instead of, you know, doing inventory Tetris to get a single shotgun shell. That's just nice. My wrench will welcome you. Oh my god. God! He did his, like, quick attacks, like, 4 times in a row. That was annoying. Yeah, pipe hybrids are, like, honestly one of the most threatening enemies, like, in impossible difficulty. They can and will one-shot you until you get armor. So, yeah, always kind of a hassle for me, but, you know, I don't mind. It's fun. I wish there was music. You know, there's, like, nothing going on now. I'm really just kind of not saying anything and or rambling, so not having music must make it kind of not fun to watch. I apologize. I will try to be more entertaining while also not being annoying. Anyway... yeah, so one thing I would like to talk about is we're obviously not playing as Xoggles, we're playing as a different character. His name is, I believe it was Soldier X something. He doesn't have an official name. I don't think Christine has actually came out and given him a name, so I'm just going to go ahead and call him Xoggles. Just for the sake of having a pet name for him. So, Xoggles basically got dumped by his girlfriend. He signed up for the UNN and now he's being mauled by Shodan. That's that's a nice start in Xoggles. We will get along quite well. There's a log from Miss Thompson, and it seems like she didn't have a very bad... It seems like she was having a pretty bad day. What was going on with her?
The saurian-like natives of the planet appeared quite harmless during the 8 years we observed them. They seemed to be peace-loving creatures, and this was also true of the 3 specimens we caught and held for observation here on the station. But a few days ago they started to show an increasing aggressiveness. After Jonas Quinn was attacked and injured by one saurian, we had to drug them. At present they are in cryosleep, but what to do next? Above all, how will their counterparts on the planet behave? If they show the same aggressiveness, our people in the colony are at extreme risk.
So, there's some saurians and they're being pretty nasty. And so, it's kind of funny that System Shock 2's whole premise was that they wanted to go to Tau Ceti because they thought it would be the first time they found intelligent life, and now there is intelligent life, just on some random colony planet. I've always found that kind of funny. But we will find more about the saurians and why maybe they may have wanted to go to the planet next door instead of this one. Anyway, we have this random room that just has a blue, like, liquidy thingy-mabob, and in here we have some dead bodies with some super modules and a bunch of bullets. I really love how huge and sprawling this particular level is. I just love Ponterbee's like level design in general. Like, honestly, if you've played System Shock 2 and you like really enjoy it, Ponterbee is a must play. Fuck off. Like, I really do mean when I say I think this is like honestly as good in some areas as System Shock 2. And already we found a grenade launcher, so that's pretty dope. I will go ahead and drop that off on our little safe zone soon enough. But until then, we have a little bit more of the deck to explore. And we finally got our armor, so we won't get one-tapped anymore by hybrids, which is nice. There's only been one addition to the Walter Own count this playthrough so far. It'd be nice if we could keep it down, like, in general, but I just don't see that. Oh my god. Already, I hope by opening my big fat mouth. Ugh. Bitch. Right. So the monkey's dead, the 2 hybrids are dead, and now the objective is dead. We're about to complete it. We can now leave the MedSci deck, and we just got 20 cyber modules. So there's really nobody giving you cyber modules in the Ponterbee Station. Objective rooms are typically marked in this fan mission by large amounts of cyber modules. If you're playing this fan mission, you suddenly pick up like 20 cyber modules, it means there's typically something you should be doing in that part of the level. In any case, we have a little bit more stuff to explore. We have a little nice break room in here. This is actually something that Christine has a lot of in her fan missions, and that I'm not really saying it's bad, but there are a lot of repeated stuff like this. Like, we'll see this room or rooms very similar to it multiple times throughout the playthrough. As well as random movies like Ghostbusters 2 far into the future. It's good to see that people still care about the classics. Alright, we've already been in here. What is in here? We have a room with nothing in it, but I think that's fine. One of the things I think is great about Ponterbee is just that it feels really lived in. We have found a better shotgun, so we'll go ahead and equip it. Ponterbee feels just as organic as Le Von Braun, and I think that's quite an accomplishment, considering that this is once again just not just a fan mission, but it is, you know, a fan project. This is clearly made by somebody that understood the original game quite well, and I think that is quite commendable that the game feels, in my opinion, as good as System Shock 2 does. Which is a feat in itself, because I think, once again, this game is like a masterpiece. No use. And this is this is an audio log I really like. We're gonna go ahead and see probably one of my favorite characters in this particular fan mission.
Damn, all the doors are locked. I have to get to engineering. I'd better stay away from hydro-ops and Rectech for now. They're crawling with creatures, and I don't have enough firepower.
Right. So that is apparent. First of all, that is Quinn, and dude's just sitting there wearing a t-shirt on top of a fucking like some kind of fucking pilot helmet, a fighter pilot helmet. I think that is hilarious. That guy is awesome. And interestingly, that's actually I am fairly certain most of the portraits in this fan mission are actually like people from the SystemShock.org website, and that particular is Kolya. He is the owner of SystemShock.org. He, I believe, is responsible for like doing a lot of stuff for the System Shock community. SystemShock.org is basically just like ModDB just for System Shock 2. That's where you can go to ask questions about how to mod the game, you know, how to get mods for the game. Really just, it's one of the oldest, like, System Shock fan sites out there. So the fact that he even contributed to the fan mission, I think, shows how dedicated that man is. So, you know what, Godspeed, Kolya. You have an awesome costume going on here. I think that's awesome. And I still can't a fucking... Now that I've wasted like 100 nanites, I'm just gonna go ahead and blow that off for now. I guess all we can really do is just continue what we're doing. We'll probably get a level of maintenance, actually. That would be really good, since our stuff is breaking. Now we can actually maintain our laser pistol. And with that, we are actually done with the first section of we are done with the mid-size section of Ponterbee Station. We can always come back here for our stuff, but for now, we can actually continue on with the rest of the decks. And that's the other thing I think is interesting about Ponterbee Station, why I think it's so, like, uniquely good amongst, like, System Shock 2 content. Ponterbee lets you actually complete objectives the way you want to. Quinn said that we should stay off of the Hydro, Ops, and Rec decks right off the bat, but we can totally go there and complete those objectives if we wanted to. We can do really any particular way we wanted it, but just for the sake of having the playthrough not be a mess, I'm going to start with engineering first and then go back to hydroponics and so on. So, in the next episode, we'll go ahead and take our first steps into engineering and see what we can find there. In any case, guys, this is Walter Requiem, and thanks again for tuning in to my second System Shock 2 series. You guys have a wonderful day.